I'm joined this morning by Ilse van der Westhuizen, and she's the head of Treasury here at JUMO to talk about their experience with TreasuryONE. Ilse, thank you so much for joining me this morning, but tell me about JUMO and where your treasury management challenges sometimes pop up.
JUMO is a financial technology business, and we have built a platform to enable us to reach customers that wouldn't normally have access to financial products. The technology aspect is our ability to credit score customers and to see if they're eligible for a loan. Also, prediction capability to see what their behavior is likely to be in terms of repayment.
And within that system, where does your treasury management problems sometimes come up?
So there's a huge amount of complexity in something that sounds fairly simple. We operate across various territories in Africa, so it's multi-currency, and the transaction volume is huge. We've disbursed, I think lifetime, we've disbursed about 150 million individual loans, about $5 billion, and we've got about 20 million unique customers. So the data volume aspect alone is incredibly complex, keeping in mind it's multi-territory, multi-currency.
So how did TreasuryONE manage to improve your treasury management system?
So we reached a point in our journey where, we could manage all of this in spreadsheets and, all those old-fashioned ways, but it became quite unwieldy and there was a lot of manual intervention, and that opens you up to a lot of risk. With the complexity that I've described, we really needed something that was much more coherent and flexible. We understood from the very beginning from TreasuryONE that the system was, flexible. It could be built in a way that met our requirements, and they were very good at explaining how we go about that, and excellent, implementation skills and implementation plan. There was a lot of discussion before we started, which I really liked, to understand what the challenges were, how we could solve it, and they were really good at listening to us and understanding our business.
So what was it about TreasuryONE that made you choose them to assist with your system?
They were already known to our team, so they've got quite a well-known brand in South Africa. So we were already aware of the business, and when we started looking at getting a treasury management system, they were one of the first people that we actively engaged with. We approached them, and we were very impressed from the very beginning. I also think that having an implementation partner really almost guarantees your success. I think it's a very tricky thing to try to implement software on your own, as a finance professional, trying to implement software. It's not necessarily compatible.
So how's the expertise brought in by TreasuryONE changed your treasury operations for the better?
Well, it definitely did change it for the better. It gave us a lot more, just comfort in how we were managing things. In particular, our cash management and cash controls. We don't just work with our own capital. We also work with external FSP capital. So it's very important to us and to our partners that we have a lot of control, visibility, reporting capabilities, and all of those things facilitated by a good treasury management system. And speed is the other thing, having a system in place. So any queries that we get from partners or even internal, it's very quick for us to respond to that. The data is available immediately. And again, thinking about volume of data and complexity, for us to do something very quickly, for us to respond very quickly, made us more efficient, faster, more accurate, much more control.
So after you guys decided that you are going to go with TreasuryONE's management system, did you find any challenges during the implementation process? And if so, how did TreasuryONE assist to resolve them?
One of the unique things that we deal with in our business is mobile money wallets. I think many treasury professionals are familiar with, banks and bank accounts. something unique to our business is mobile wallets. And there wasn't many people that we spoke to in terms of partnering that were familiar with mobile wallets, because it's, I think to a very large degree, it's something unique to Africa. And that's the other thing we liked about working with TreasuryONE. They are based in South Africa, so they have a lot of context that a company that is based outside of Africa doesn't have. So in working on that very big part of our business, mobile wallets, and that's where all of the data volume is, they were quite creative in how we incorporate that data and how we integrate that data seamlessly into the treasury management system. Real out-of-the-box thinking. Very impressed, with just being able to step back and assess and think about what we're trying to do. And problems are very, very solution-focused is our experience.
Now the TreasuryONE's management system is implemented, it's up and running. Have you received any ongoing support from them?
Good question. We continuously work with TreasuryONE, and it's wonderful, that they're so involved and so invested in us. We really like that. Our business is not static. It's constantly evolving. We're growing. We are adapting. We operate in a very flexible way. I think that's also connected to what we do, and they've really stayed on the journey with us. We are constantly doing new things with them. So in terms of post-implementation, yes, the project is finished, but they continue to work with us and advise and engage. Any problems, they're very responsive, still with, that solution-focused approach. So definitely post-implementation service has been excellent.
Ilse, looking back now, knowing what you know now, would you still choose TreasuryONE to partner with?
Without a doubt. I think one of the outstanding things that is often overlooked when you do business, business to business, is the ability to build relationships. I think that's something they're really good at. I found them extremely professional, very engaged, personal service. I can see that it's a real business focus for them to be able to give a service to their clients, but in a very personal way. It comes back again to listening to what their clients want and need and responding to those individual businesses, those individual problems in an open-minded way. So definitely very pleased that we partnered with TreasuryONE. It's been a wonderful partnership, and we continue to work together. And I can highly recommend them to anybody, not just for their implementation of software, but they offer a whole host of other services and information.
Well, it sounds like it's been a positive partnership. Ilse, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.